under his, wet and wild as she moaned out his name over and over again. Blood rushed to Link's midsection when he remembered how she had felt in his arms and the immense pleasure he had gotten from having her there. And he had made doubly sure each time they made love that every intimate part of her body had felt cherished. He had been her first lover, an issue she had refused to talk about after he had realized that surprising fact. Link averted his gaze from her to the man by her side. Was he her husband, lover, friend, or associate? He released a deep sigh, realizing he didn't have a right to know the man's relationship to Raven, nor did he have a right to feel the heated jealousy that suddenly ripped through his gut. His gaze returned to her. He liked the way she wore her hair now, chin length and cut into a trendy and sassy style. The last time he had seen her, she'd been sporting braids, a head full of them. They had met on the beach during a week when college students were known to have a wild and rip-roaring good time. They had both decided that after years of enduring countless nights of burning the midnight oil studying for exams, and with graduation only a few months away, they deserved to have fun and experience a week of momentary madness. And they had. At the end of that week, they had had no excuses or regrets for what they'd shared. Their time together had been too special for either. Nor had they made any promises to keep in touch. They had both walked away accepting that week for exactly what it was, a spring break fling. But that hadn't stopped him from thinking about her often since then, or realizing that any woman he had been intimate with since Raven had failed miserably in comparison. Nor had it stopped him from traveling to Tallahassee, Florida, the weekend after his graduation to look her up, only to discover she had left town already. Link sighed as his gaze continued to take in all of her. She was more beautiful than he remembered, and there was a certain degree of sophistication about her. It was probably the outfit she was wearing, he decided. The light blue dress flattered her body, as the silky material clung to her curves and showed off her gorgeous long legs. Her attire during their week together in Daytona Beach had ranged from skimpy tops and shorts and alluring bikini swimwear to nothing at all. He had preferred her in nothing at all, and had seen her body completely nude most of the time. During those times, there had not been anything sophisticated about her. She became a sensuous and passionate diva whenever their bodies mated. "Drink too strong?" Link glanced up at Flint and saw the man looking at him quizzically. "No, the drink's fine." When he glanced back in the direction of where the couple had been standing seconds ago, he saw a hostess leading them to a table on the other side of the room. Link's irritation grew, and he frowned into his drink before taking another sip. "You sure the drink's okay?" Link lifted his head and noticed the look of concentration on Flint's face. "Yeah, I thought I may have recognized someone," he said, once again glancing across the room. Following the direction of Link's gaze, Flint studied the couple being escorted to a table. "Which one do you think you know? Raven or the man she's with?" Link lifted a surprised brow. "You know Raven?" Flint lifted a brow of his own. "Maybe," he answered smoothly, as a hint of a smile played at the corners of his mouth. "Do you know her?" Link stared at the bartender narrowly. He felt like he was being cross-examined and didn't relish the feel of that one bit. He also couldn't help but wonder what Flint's relationship was to Raven, since the man had suddenly gone from friendly and talkative to tight-lipped inquisitive. A real IRS man. Link shrugged. He would never divulge to anyone the extent of his past relationship with Raven. What they had shared that week in Daytona was private and personal. "I met Raven while in Florida one year during college spring break," he finally said, hoping that bit of information would appease Flint's curiosity, because that was all the information he was giving out. "How do you know her?" Flint went about dusting off the counter, and for a minute Link thought he would not respond to his question. Finally, Flint answered, "Raven is a friend of the Hardcastle twins." Link nodded. After a few silent moments, he asked, "What about the man she's with?" "I don't recall ever seeing him in here before." "I wonder if they're an item," Link said, glancing up at Flint, wondering if the man knew more than he was actually saying.